So like today, I want to play a Shiko and Narset Unified, which is basically the Jeskai Striker deck from
Archaea Dragonstorm.
Archaea Dragonstorm. Yeah, because we have been playing it with my daughter, and it's very interesting so far. But I'm not sure if I'm playing all the interactions right. So I'm just curious to see when I'm playing it with you what happens. And it's very different from the Timuror or the other one we've been playing, the Sultai Arisen. And there's a lot of like card interactions here that I've noticed, like, so it's curious. Yeah, so that's it.
I will
What are
be
you
playing
playing?
Demon
Demon,
with
okay.
Bellacore, Dark Master.
All
Big
right.
demons go smack you. Find a way to get them into my graveyard, reanimate them so I don't have to pay for them, or reuse them at my leisure. It's a
Gotcha.
reanimated.
Cool. And then mine is basically Shiko and Narset Unified is like it's got flying and vigilance, and it's basically has the flurry ability. So whenever you cast your second spell each turn, copy that spell if it targets a permanent or player, and you may choose new targets for the copy. If you don't copy a spell this way, draw a card. I actually have a question on this, and I couldn't quite figure this out. When it says copy the spell, does it mean I have to cast the spell again? Do I have to give the same mana, or is it just a copy, like it doesn't cost me mana?
It doesn't say that you have to pay for it. It says just copy it, and you can
Okay,
choose
that's
new
what I thought.
targets for it. So there are instances where something says you may cast a copy, but then if you cast a copy and if it doesn't specify like how, if you would have to pay for it or not. So some things say like you may cast that spell without paying its mana cost. So usually things are specified. In this case, she just says, well, they just say, your second spell, if it targets something, you copy it. So it happens
Mhm.
twice, essentially. It's a twofer, right?
Yes.
But yeah, that's so you're playing a spell slinger deck, and that whole thing is essentially you want to do at least two things per turn with your commander out. And essentially, yeah, you want the first thing to be almost like a throwaway. One second. Quando foi que
Don't
levamos
take
o
the
jogo?
mulligan.
All right. Yeah. So you want to be doing your first spell each turn is either something that will synergize with your other stuff, and then the second one is the one that you want to be careful about. Like you want the second one to be the thing that you want to happen twice. So if you want to draw two cards, that way you would draw four cards, for example, or you can give your creature +3/+1, but rather than doing it once, you do it twice, etc. Right? So
Right.
sequencing is important, and this is not a hand I can keep. I will mulligan. Well, you played it already, so I'm assuming that when questions come up, you will ask them. So
Yes, I will. Thinking I'll take a second mulligan. You know, like when the first one is too far in one direction and the second one is too far the other?
yes, in that case, you want to make sure you shuffle several times so that you can hopefully split the middle.
Yeah.
I'll keep this hand.
All right. Let's see what I can do here.
How about that hand? Yay, nay?
I'll keep mine, yeah.
All right. Phone says I start. We good to
Excellent.
go?
Yep.
Okay. I think I'm gonna play a tapped Leech-ridden Swamp. Enters tapped, gives me black. I can pay black and tap it, so each opponent loses one life, only if I control two or more black permanents. Essentially a land with upside. Go ahead.
Hmm. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna draw a card for turn. Okay, cool. I'll play my Prairie Stream tapped for turn. Back to you.
All right, untap, draw. I'll play a mountain. Tap for 2 for Talisman of Indulgence. If I wanted to give me black or red, it hits me for 1 damage. It can also give me colorless, so I'll tap it for colorless, and I'll play this expedition map. Expedition map you haven't seen before, I don't think. It says pay 2 generic, tap it, sacrifice it, search your library for a land, reveal it, and put it in my hand. So this finds not just basic lands, but any land and puts it in my hand.
Gotcha.
And that's, you can go.
All right. I'm gonna play Ash Barrens for my first draw. Yeah, I'm playing Ash Barrens for my turn. Oh, untap, sorry. Um then I'll tap my Prairie Stream to get a blue to play Opt. Scry one and then draw a card. So see here. Yeah, I'll take that. And Opt goes into the graveyard. And this has basic land cycling, 1 mana. So
Yeah,
discard, search your library for a basic land, reveal it. So that means I have to pay an additional mana other than this one, correct?
you can't do this anymore. It's already in play. This card is from hand.
Gotcha. Okay.
That would
Back to
be
you.
that's an ability it has in your hand. Pay 1, throw it in your graveyard, find the basic land type that you need, and then play it
Gotcha.
for turn.
Understood.
Okay,
Back to
we
you.
good?
Yep.
Untap, draw. I'll play an Evolving Wilds. Evolving Wilds, I can tap and sacrifice it to find a basic land and put it into play tapped. Um, I'll do that now. I'll sacrifice it to get an island, and at the same time, I'm going to sacrifice my expedition map to find another land. I'm going to be finding Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth, but you'll see. So I'll find an island first with the Evolving Wilds, which enters tapped. And now I'm looking for Urborg. Here we go. Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth. Each land is a swamp in addition to its other land types. That will
Nice.
be in my hand, uh, and you may go.
All right. Untap, draw for turn. Oh, nice. Okay. I'm going to tap my Prairie Stream for a blue to play Preordain. Preordain a sorcery. Scry two, then draw a card. So I'll draw 2 cards. No, I don't draw it. I scry two. I look at them, and then I decide what I want to do. I want to leave them in this order, and I want to draw the top card. So then I have a land to play for turn. I'll tap Ash Baron for Soul Ring. Pass turn to you.
Untap, draw. I'll play the Urborg. So you now all your lands also give black. If
All
you
my
want,
lands also give black.
yeah, this is like the Fangord Forest that you have, but
Oh, okay.
for swamps.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
this is unfortunate. Go.
All right. Untap, draw for turn. I'm going to play Haughty Djinn. Haughty Djinn um, is a flying creature. Creature's power is equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards in my graveyard. Instant and sorcery spells I cast cost 1 less to cast. So for that, I do the Plains Island here and this one, and I'm going to use my Ash Barrens. So that makes that happen. Right now, I have 1 sorcery and 1 instant, so the Djinn has a power of 2. I don't want to put a die on it because it doesn't change its defense, which is 2, which is 4. Sorry. So right now this is 2 and 4. So its attack it's 2. Then I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Okay. Nothing to untap. Draw a card. Okay, find a swamp. With that swamp, I'll pay 6 and cast my commander. Belacor, the Dark Master. Flying 6/5. When he enters, I draw X cards and lose X life, where X is the number of demons I control, which is 1. So lose 1, draw 1. Also, whenever another demon enters the battlefield under my control, it deals damage equal to its power to any target.
Okay.
And that's it. You can go.
All right. Untap. Draw for turn. Ugh. Um. What does your artifact read again?
Add colorless mana, or add black or red. This artifact deals 1 damage to you.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to play Baral's Expertise, which is a sorcery. Costs me 5, two blue, and then so 1, 2 blue, and then 1, 2, 3 for my soul ring.
It's 1 cheaper.
What was that? Oh, it's 1 cheaper.
It's
That's
1.
right. Let's take this one back here.
No, you need the double blue.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. So we'll keep this one back. There you go. Return up to 3 target artifacts and or creatures to their owner's hands. You may cast a spell with mana value 4 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. So I'd like you to take your commander back.
Declare all. It says up to
Oh,
how many?
3.
So
Up to
then
3
choose
target
your up to.
artifacts or creatures. So you're a commander and your artifact because you only have 2 that I can name, right?
It doesn't say only of mine. You can do your own. Does it
Oh,
say
okay.
opponent's control?
Creatures to their no, just to their owner's hands.
So I'm just saying you can return stuff of your own
Uh,
if you wanted that to. It might fall into your strategy. It might
yeah,
not.
no, actually, that's a good idea.
You don't have to. I'm just saying that's a possibility.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, I want to take the Ash Barons back, actually.
You can take the Ash Barons back.
That's right, it's not an
Artifacts
artifact.
or creatures.
Yep, okay, I gotcha. All right, so we'll leave that here. You may cast a spell of value 4 or less from your hand without paying. So, I'm going to do the compulsive research. It's cost me only 3. False expertise goes back. Compulsive research says target player draws 3 cards, then that player discards 2 cards unless they discard a land card. So I'm gonna declare me. I'll draw 3 cards.
Okay.
And then I have to discard 2. I'm gonna discard these 2. And my haughty Jin now has a total power of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The Curse of Opulence is not an instant or sorcery.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry. Enchantment. I'm sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm
Are
sure
you
it's
sure
little
it's
stuff.
5?
Yeah, but I'll double check for you
Is
one more
it
time.
5 instants and sorceries?
Yeah. So sorcery and oh, I see. Okay, okay. Okay. I'm gonna put the sorceries and sorceries and instants to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the other 2 are enchantments. So not 5, 4. I'm sure it's little things like that I play all the time wrong with my daughter, so I'm glad to do it. Here you go, 4. All right. And then pass turn to you.
Are you sure about that?
No, thank you. I will attack you with my flying djinn.
I'll take the damage from your flying djinn.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Hmm. I'll pay 5. I'm going to cast a final parting. I'm going to search my library for 2 cards. One goes into my hand and the other one into my graveyard. Then shuffle.
Mhm.
Does this resolve?
Yes.
Okay. One. I'm going to find those 2 cards.
Mm-hmm.
Shuffle. I'm going to put this card into my hand and this card, which is a Rune-Scarred Demon, into my graveyard. The Rune-Scarred Demon, you want me to read it to you, or since
Yeah.
it's in the graveyard, you don't care? Sorry?
Go ahead and read it.
Yeah, it's a 6/6 flyer. When he enters the battlefield, I search my library for a card and put it into my hand. But he's going to the graveyard.
Right.
For my land per turn, I'm going to play this here Cabal Coffers. Cabal Coffers says pay 2 generic and tap it, add black to your mana pool for each swamp you control. So all my lands are swamps because of Urborg. So, but that's important for next turn.
Okay.
I have 8 cards in hand, so I have to discard 1. I will be discarding Villis, Broker of Blood. It's an 8/8 flying demon who says I can pay black and 2 life to give -1/-1 to 1 creature. And whenever I lose life, I draw that many cards. That's in my graveyard now.
Nice.
And you can go.
All right. Untap. Draw for turn. Question. When I have a dual land, it says something like this enters tapped unless you control a mountain or a plains. If I have a plains island, does that count or is it exact?
Is it a plains?
It's a
Yes,
plains island.
it's a plains. It's
Okay.
also an island. So no, it does not have to be only that. You control a plains and an island.
Gotcha.
It checks for the type. That's a dual type. It still has that single type on it as well. So no, it does not
Gotcha.
have to be exact.
Okay, cool. Thank you. All right. So then I will play Clifftop Retreat for my land. Clifftop Retreat enters tapped unless I control a mountain or a plains. So it enters untapped. So I'm going to cast my commander, Shiko and Narset, by tapping 1, 2, 3, and this one for the red 4. Okay, again, flying and vigilance, and it has flurry. And then I will attack you with my Jin for 4.
Are you sure it's 4?
Yes, I double checked.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing new yet.
Okay. I'll take 4.
All right. And then pass turn to you.
All right. Tap. Draw. Okay. I'm going to tap 2 lands and the Cabal Coffers to produce 6 black mana. The 6 black mana, I'm going to use 3 for the Commander Sphere, taps for any color in my Commander's identity, and I can sacrifice it to draw a card. Still have 3 black mana in my pool. I will 3. I'll use 2 for the Talisman of Indulgence that you've earlier bounced back to my hand. So I still have 1 black mana left. Black and 5. Black, blue, 2. Okay. I'll use the black, blue, blue, and then 2 of any color. Doesn't matter which. To cast Hidetsugu and Kairi. Hidetsugu and Kairi are a legendary ogre demon dragon. Flying 5/4. When they enter the battlefield, I draw 3 cards, and then I return 2 cards from my hand on top of your library. When they die, I exile the top card of my library, and target opponent loses life equal to its value. If it's an instant or sorcery card, I can cast it. So for right now, I'm going to draw 3 cards. Then I'm going to return 2 cards from my hand to the top of my library. I am going to return these 2 cards. Wait. No. That's it. I'm going to end my turn there. You can go.
All right, untap. Draw for turn. Damn it. Okay. How much is that dragon again that when you just cast?
5/4.
Okay. I am going to play Dismantling Wave for 1 less, so that's 1 white. And 1 Ash Barrens here for that. For each opponent, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment that player controls. You don't have any enchantments on board, right?
Nope.
Okay, so I want to destroy the one that lets you draw a card.
In response to you targeting it and your spell, I'm going to sacrifice it and draw a card.
Okay.
And then it's gone.
All right. And then my Dismantling Wave goes into the graveyard. Okay, I'm going to move into the combat phase. This is now 1 more on my Jin. So your flyer has how much defense you said again? 4, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna swing at you with my Haughty Jin.
I'm going to block the Haughty Jin.
Okay. So then your creature dies, right?
So does yours.
Well, mine is a 5.
4, 5/3.
Mine is a 5/4.
Yeah, mine is a 5/4. So I hit yours for 5, you hit mine for 5. They both die.
Gotcha. Okay. Damn.
When mine dies, I exile the top card of my library, which is this one. Sower of Discord. You will lose life equal to its mana value. So you will lose 6. And if it's an instant or sorcery card, I may play it without paying its mana cost. It's not, so this stays in exile. So you lost 6 life and a creature on that attack.
I sure did. That really sucked. And then during my second phase, I can cast again everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna play Faithless Looting for 1 red. Draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. And because it's my second spell, I can't copy it because there's it's not targeting anything specifically, right? Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, copy that spell if it targets a permanent or player, and you may choose new targets to copy. If you don't copy a spell this way, draw a card. So I can draw 2 cards, and I get to draw an additional card. And then I have to discard 2 cards, correct?
Yeah, in this case, copy that spell if it's a target's a permanent or player. So it's not targeting a permanent player, so you don't copy the spell, but you draw an additional card. So you resolve your spell, and well, actually during the cast now you draw 1 card for the flurry
Yeah.
because it's on cast, and
Yeah.
now you resolve your spell. Draw 2 cards and then
Draw
discard
2
two.
cards and then discard 2. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to discard Mana from Hellkite and the command tower. And then I'm gonna play Frantic Search for just my blue. Now, when it says everything costs me 1 less, can I choose what less? Or do I always have to play like the blues and stuff like that?
It says generic less, but
Gotcha.
also no, Haughty Djinn is gone.
Right. Okay. So I have to pay all 3 for them. So I'm
And
tapping
so
my
first, remove the Faithless Looting from the board because that's resolved.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. And then so the instant is draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards, untap up to 3 lands. So draw 2 cards. Okay. And then I have to discard 2 cards. I'll discard this one and I'll discard this one. And I get to untap up to 3 of my lands. So I'm gonna do this one, and this one. Okay. So, question. When I have a card that can deal damage to at any target, but you don't have any creatures on land, can I target you as the player?
Am I any target?
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna play Prismari Command for these 3 I just untapped. 1, 2, 3. And I get to choose 2. I'm gonna choose to create a treasure token. And then I'm gonna say I'm gonna destroy your other artifact. Okay. So then this one is out. And then I'm gonna play my land for turn, which I can still do, correct?
Yes.
So I'm gonna play Exotic Orchard at 1 mana of any color that a land an opponent controls could produce. Okay. And with that, I finish and pass my turn to you.
Untap, draw. I'm going to generate 6 black mana. Add 1. And I'm going to play Shadow Grange Archfiend. It's an 8/4. When he enters, each opponent sacrifices a creature with the greatest power among creatures they control. I gain life equal to the greatest power among creatures sacrificed. Please sacrifice a dragon.
Yeah. All right.
I'll gain 4.
Yep. Wow. Got rude here.
And I'll play Talon Gates of Madara. When Talon Gates of Madara enters, up to 1 creature faces out. Means it disappears up until my next um, until the start of my next turn. So my Shadow Grange Fiend is currently not here.
Okay.
And you can go.
All right. Untap. I shouldn't have attacked with the Jinn. That was a mistake.
Yes, it was.
That was a big mistake. All right. Draw for
Well,
turn.
your first mistake was actually playing the Ash Barons when you didn't have the colors.
Oh yeah, the Ash
Playing
Baron.
Ash Barrens as a land rather than
Yeah,
using the land
yeah, yeah,
cycling was your first mistake.
yeah. That's definitely true. Okay. All right. I'm gonna recast Shiko and Narset for 6 this time. So one red, one blue, um, one white, and one generic.
And two more.
And 2 more. Okay, and I'll pass the turn to you.
Okay. At the end of your turn, I'm going to tap the mountain to pay into the Talon Gates to give me 1 black mana, and I'll tap the Leech-ridden Swamp to deal 1 damage to you. And
Yay.
then I untap.
That's what I wanted. I wanted some damage.
Phase in at the beginning of my upkeep. I'll generate 7 black mana.
Man, I gotta get that land away from you.
Yeah, good luck with that deck. I probably have 1 card in that deck that can do it.
Yeah.
Right, so I have 7 black mana. I'll use 3 for Victimize.
Oh no.
I will choose 2 creatures in my graveyard. The creatures I choose are Villis and the Runescarred Demon, and the creature to sacrifice would be the Shadowgrange Fiend. Does this resolve?
I have a question about when it says a spell is considered a target spell. Like what you victimize is a target spell, correct?
If you're going to target the spell, then my spell is the target, yes.
Okay, okay.
My spell
Got you.
also has targets.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, it resolves. Go ahead.
Okay. So Shadowgrange Fiend dies, and Villis and Runescarred Demon enter tapped. The Runescarred Demon, when it enters, it lets me search for a card and puts it in my hand. Going to find that card. So I still have 4 black mana available to me from the activation of Cabal Coffers. Four, 6. I'm gonna pay 6. Sorry, 4 plus 2 more to give me the colors that I need to recast Be'lakor. So again, when he enters, I draw X cards, where X is the amount of demons I control, which is 3 now, and then I lose 3 life for that. Whenever another demon enters, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. I'm going to play a mountain for my land for turn, and that's going to be the end of my turn round. I have 8 cards, so I'm going to discard. I'm going to discard the Harvester of Souls, and you can go.
Okay. Untap. And then I'll draw for turn. Okay. I'll play Temple of Epiphany. This land enters tapped. When this land enters, scry 1. Okay. I'm going to play Time Wipe. So I need the 2 whites and 1 blue. And then I'll take these 2 here. So that leaves me with that. Return a creature you control to its owner's hand, then destroy all creatures. So I'm taking Shiko and Narset into
No,
my hand.
no, you don't. I'm going to pay blue. I'm going to make an offer you can't refuse. I'm
Okay.
going to counter target non-creature spell, and you create 2 treasure tokens.
Okay. All right. Damn it, that was really good, Tab.
Thank you.
Uh, yeah. And all right. Then and all of you guys are flying, so I will pass turn to
These
you.
are tapped, so it's only my commander that's untapped currently.
And your commander is toughness 5, you said, right?
That's correct.
Uh, all right, pass turn to you.
Okay. At the end of your turn, I'm going to use the mountain to give me black, thanks to the Urborg. I'm going to pay 2 life. I'm going to give Shiko and Narset -1/-1 until the end of the turn. Since I'm paying life, I'm going to draw that many cards, which is 2. And then I untap. So your creature already has lost the -1/-1. I just needed to pay life to draw extra cards, and then draw my card for turn. Gonna play this Sunken Hollow. Enters untapped because I have 2 or more basics. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gonna tap these to create 9 black mana.
Jesus.
With the 9, I'm gonna use 6 of the 9 for Reaper from the Abyss. Reaper from the Abyss is a flying with 6 is flying 6/6 demon. At the beginning of each end step, if a creature died, I destroy a non-demon. Um, when he enters, my commander is going to trigger. A demon is entering, so it's going to deal 6 points of damage to any target. I'm going to target Shiko and Narset for 6
Uh,
damage.
Before you can do that, I'll play Swords into Plowshares to
On
exile your creature, the one you
which
just
creature?
cast. The one you just cast.
That the one that just cast. It's
Yep.
but okay. Uh, but it's
Right.
already entered. Okay, so you're still gonna take the Shiko and Narset's still gonna die, but then my creature gets exiled
I
because the
see. So
trigger is already happening. So if you want to stop this from happening, you have to
uh-huh.
exile my commander when I'm casting this. Is that what
Oh,
you're gonna do?
that's what I would want it to do, yeah.
All right, cool. So you exile my commander.
Yes.
Okay,
And I'm
good.
going to use a treasure for that.
Okay. Yeah, you would have to because I don't give you white for the exotic orchard.
Right.
Um, okay.
Sorry, I'm still getting to know the whole
No,
stack thing and
that's
stuff.
it. That's fine. That was a good play. It was fine. Yeah, but that's why I'm asking, like, when are you doing it to what? Because
Yeah.
since this is as it enters, so technically the trigger can already be on the stack, and then you're exiling my creature, but the
Hmm.
trigger's already there because this is an enter play effect.
Gotcha.
So if you wanted to avoid it, then you needed to just, as you just did, exile my commander, so the trigger never happens.
Gotcha. Okay.
There you go. All right, so I still have 3 black mana. I'm going to use the 3 black mana to cast a Patchwork Banner. Patchwork Banner reads, as it enters, choose a creature type, demon. Creatures you control of the chosen type get +1/+1, and I can tap it for any color of mana. So all my demons are now 1 bigger. With that in mind, those that can will attack you. So that's a 7/7 and a 9/9 coming your way in the air.
Okay. I have to take them. I don't want to. Mm,
So that's
yeah. 7/7 and 9/9, so it's 16 damage to me,
16.
right?
Yes.
Ooh, so many misplays. The annoying thing is I'm starting to see where they're happening. That's what's I guess it's a good thing, but it still sucks.
It is. It is a good thing. Okay, I'm going to pay 5. Uh, black, red, and 3 more. I am going to play Chaos Defiler. Chaos Defiler reads 5/4 Demon Construct, Trample. When he enters or dies, for each opponent, choose a non-land permanent that player controls and destroy one at random. I'm going to choose Shiko and Narset.
Hmm.
And since you're the only opponent, then that one gets destroyed at random. Very random. Much wow. Um, and that's it. I'm going to end my turn there. In my end step, the Reaper triggers, but you have no creatures and there's no non-demons on the battlefield, so I'll destroy nothing.
All
You
right.
can go.
I'll untap. Draw for turn. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to do something. I'm gonna play Cascade Bluffs for my land. Um, and hmm, I'm gonna play Magma Opus for 8. Here's my blue. Here's my red. And then I need 6 more. I'll use the 2 treasures. That means I need 4 more. I'll go for the Soul Ring. This one and this one here. Okay, Magma Opus deals 4 damage divided as you choose among any number of targets. Tap 2 target permanents, create a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature token. Draw 2 cards. Okay,
Right. Resolve it step by step.
yeah,
The first part, 4 damage as you choose. You cannot kill any of my creatures because the biggest one has 5 toughness. So
right.
I'm assuming.
4 to you.
Okay. When you deal those 4, I draw 4 cards because of Villas. 4
Hmm.
cards. Hmm.
Okay.
Next part.
And then tap 2 target permanents. So I'm
Yep.
tapping my prairie.
You can. You don't have to tap your own.
Oh,
You want to tap my permanents.
okay, I'll tap your 2 creatures. They don't have like anything when it gets tapped that it does anything to me, do they?
Nope, not right now. They don't.
Okay. And then I get to create a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature. And then I get to draw 2 cards. 1 and 2. Well, this sucks.
And it's resolved. So
And it's
that's
resolved,
it.
so it goes away. All right. And I'll pass turn to you.
At the end of your turn, I'll pay 2 black and red to play a Cathartic Pyre. Cathartic Pyre is an instant that lets me choose one. I'm going to choose to discard up to 2 cards, then draw that many. I will discard a mountain and a mind stone to draw 2 cards. All right, and then untap. Then draw for turn. All right. Okay. I'll play my land for turn. The Terramorphic Expanse is now also a swamp. I'll tap So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 black mana floating. 10 mana. I'll use 6 for Demon of Dark Schemes. When he enters, all other creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. So yours and mine are now 2 smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Still have 4 mana left. 4. Uh, I'll cast this Infernal Sovereign. Flying Trample. I skip my draw step. Whenever I play a land or cast a spell, I draw a card and lose a life. And with my remaining 5 mana, I'm going to cast the Grey Merchant of Asphodel. When he enters, you lose life equal to my devotion to black. Devotion being the black mana symbols among permanents I control. So that's
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And I gain that life. So you lose 16 life. I gain 16 life. I also lose 1 life because I'm casting a spell to draw a card. And when I lose life, Villas makes me draw another card. So you're now at 1.
Yep.
And then I'm going to attack you.
All right, GG, you got me. Well done. Ooh, I am utterly destroyed.
So spell slinging is not an easy play style.
Hmm.
So first mistake was you obviously you did 2 mulligans because they went one way or the other. That's what you
Yep.
said, and then you kept the
Yep.
one that was somewhat different. Your
Yep.
mistake was you played the Ash Barrens.
Yep.
Of course, it gives you colorless mana, but what you really needed was red
Yeah, and I
at that point.
recognized it too late. I didn't look. I was like, of course, I should have just seen it. It's right there on the commander, but I didn't even look. I was like, So yeah, that's exactly right. Uh-huh.
That was one. Then, and I think that if you had just done that, like even first turn, right? Because you could have played your land, which entered untapped. Did it? I think so. Anyways,
Hmm.
with your first land, you would have paid into that. Then you would have had the red land that you needed, in hand. You could have played it for turn. So that would have fixed your colors. Second thing is that you played obviously a bunch of spells to try to find your land,
Yeah.
which was fine because that's what you needed to do because you already seen that you did not do the right play, so you were fishing, which is
Yep.
fine. It paid off eventually. Then when you finally had your commander out, you did sequence the first thing right, that you played 1 spell and then you drew an extra card, but then you played 2 more spells that turn.
And I
Both of
shouldn't
them
have
were
done that.
instants. You could have done that on my turn to get the flurry effect again and
Yeah.
draw an extra card, or even I believe you had the path to exile in hand, so you could have exiled 2 things because those target, right?
Wait, question. Hang on. So you're saying even if it's a second spell on your turn, that still counts, like my commander still applies?
Right. I
Oh.
have let me pull up Shiko.
Yeah, because that's clearly a misplay because I didn't think it
Yeah.
would apply.
Shiko and Narset, whenever you cast your second spell each turn, it doesn't say on your turn.
Oh, okay.
See that if something specifies only on your turn, then it's only on your turn. This one specifically says on each turn. So
Yeah.
that means that's why your deck is full of instants, so you can do 2 spells on everybody else's turn as well.
Okay. Okay. All
So, and
right.
since you have the removal, even the Magma Opus or the Prismari Command, they have targets in them, depending on the modes you choose. So since they do target, or target player draws 2 cards, untaps up to 3 lands, etc. These are all instants. You could have gotten extra value, right? So that you made the mistake of playing everything during your turn when they were instants. And even though you needed to find the land or whatever, then I would have played. Then on your turn, I would have played the things that draw you cards to find the land. And on my turn, I would have done the things that destroy or create treasures or untap lands or whatever. So the sequencing is not so important as the amount of things. It's always nice that you have all this mana. You can do this stuff, but you need to start recognizing when you can do these things. Keep the sorceries for your turn and use the instance on someone else's. There are other cards there is, I believe, one card that could have gotten rid of my Cabal coffers, which was giving me large amounts of mana each turn, which is called Generous Gift. It's a white spell, costs 2 and 1 white. It's an instant, destroy target permanent. Its owner creates a 3/3 elephant. So, but the thing with Shiko and Narset is that they can, even if you use that removal spell on my turn and it's your second spell, you could destroy 2 things, right? Because it copies the spell, or you could draw an extra card. So that it's rather versatile. But if you're going to bank on 2 spells per turn, then try to be strict with yourself. Like unless it's a sorcery that you couldn't do anyways, or it doesn't provide you any additional benefit, keep the instance for. Like I did my instance on your end step, like this last turn, the Cathartic Pyre. It had another mode. I could have killed your creature because it also deals 3 damage to a planeswalker or creature, right? So, but the instants are just so powerful. I had another card in hand. It's called Darkness. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. It's an instant, costs 1 black. Right? So you keep the instants, especially those that remove or benefits you not dying, for when you need them. So spell slinging is complicated for that reason, because you will have a lot of different things that trigger off of you casting spells and multiples of them. But just because you can doesn't mean it's right. There's such a thing as like overdoing it. But your biggest mistake was really that, the Ash Barrens. And I think so many things can be traced back to that. You overplayed your draw spells that were instants because you needed to find the extra lands.
Yeah. And then the other kind of like secondary or tertiary bigger mistake I did was, attacking with the Djinn when it should have just stayed, because that thing can grow like crazy. And by the end, I had so many instants and sorceries in my graveyard. It would have been a real thing to mess with,
But the thing is, it grows its power, not its toughness.
That's
So
true.
there's also things in your deck that can give something first strike, right? So you hit first so it doesn't die. But I mean, I did say, yeah, it's a 5/4. It's a 5/4. It's still a 5/4, right? So even if you attack with a 10/4 into a 5/4, yeah, my 5/4 will die, but I will kill your 10/4, right? So I
Yeah.
mean, a big thing is that you can't properly see everything on the screen, and I think sometimes you even get tired of asking like, what is it again? What is it again? What is it again? Because
Right.
there's just so many things. With that type of spell slinging deck, it becomes even more convoluted because I can do this right now. And I do it often as well, but the instants are versatile because you can do it in response to other things happening.
Yeah. Yeah. So the Ash Barrens was the big thing, and actually in the Ash Barrens, the biggest mistake with that was I played it thinking I could do the thing on it later. That was the problem, right? So I didn't actually know that about the card. So it actually was a thing like you need to do that before you put it into the battlefield. And so that was the big mistake.
I can see why you would think that because there are other cards in that deck. There's another colorless land that once on the battlefield it either gives you colorless or you can sacrifice it to find a certain type of basic land. And it
Hmm.
also has cycling, so you may have gotten confused. But the Ash Barrens specifically says basic land cycling, right? And only provides colorless mana. It doesn't have a sacrifice effect on the battlefield.
Yeah, no, in this case, it's just like I hadn't seen that before. So, like, how sometimes it happens that you have like an older card and they have like different wording, but it does the same thing as a later card. And I thought that's what it was. But the truth is, I hadn't encountered it. Same thing happened. Actually, I had a card in hand which was a blue dragon that has flash, but I actually never played flash before. And I realized basically flash is an instant, except it's a creature and whatever things it says on there. So that's I kind of figured it out as I was like watching it. And then another mistake that wasn't necessarily apparent, but what it was is behind the scenes, I held on to certain cards too long. Like, because I had lots of this, like, take two cards, give two away. And I held on to certain cards too long, thinking, oh, it's going to come along. But each one of those, like, I had two big red dragons, which I eventually got rid of. But I never even got the second red. You know what I mean? So and I held on to those too long, and I could have done other things. So, yeah.
Yeah, both of those, both the magma kite, magma hellkite, and
Uh-huh.
the other one, you want them on the field because those
Yeah.
are win conditions in that deck. And that traces back to you not using the ash barons properly. Because if
Yeah.
you had gotten the red and gotten another red later, you would have played them, and then even your small spells would have done things with the dragons.
But here's the other
Sure.
thing. I actually had that blue dragon and I could have played it, but I held on to it because it had flash. And I thought, well, this really is most efficient if I do it in response to one of your things. But then I just never could keep enough mana to actually use it. So it would have been better to just cast it on my turn, forego the whole flash thing, just to have it on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was very cool. Yeah.